Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing what is about to change in your life forever. And to do this reading, we are going to be picking 3 piles together for the reading. So that's 1. Pile number, ooh, I didn't see it yet, but that's definitely pile 2. And pile number 3. We have, there we go. We have this card. Let's see what we have for today's reading. Pile number 1. We have hills, obstacles to overcome. Pile number 2. We have kite, vacation. And pile number 3. We have rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the green moss agate heart. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the amethyst in the shape of a tortoise or a tortoise. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3, we have the flower agate cloud in the shape of a cloud. Let me put it here so you can see it better. And this is what your crystal looks like. There we go. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to. And that will probably be your pile for today. But as I always say, let your intuition guide you. If you are drawn to more than 1 pile, or perhaps even all of the piles, trust it. It will always guide you to the right readings. It is your magic that always leads you to your specific reading. So whether you're just drawn to 1 pile and that's it, or several, or perhaps all, let it lead the way. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your shuffling and card picking process. It is so lovely to have you around as we prepare for your piles. I enjoy that part of the reading every day as I spend it with you. I know you guys are watching and enjoying it, and I just love to feel that beautiful flow of energy. It's something that I absolutely feel, enjoy, and love. So thank you for being around, and let's now prepare for your piles together. First, let me introduce your cards to you. On the left are the oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading. All right, let's now start setting the intention and preparing for the piles. So we kindly want to know, please, in today's reading, what is about to change in their lives forever? What is about to change in their lives forever? So 1, 2, and 3. that is about to change in their lives forever. 1. Ooh. 2, and I feel this one actually. And 3. Ooh. What is about to change in their lives forever, please? Right, so this is the After Tarot. Oh, this one. 2. Wonderful. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hmm. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 and 2. All right. So our 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. Let's now put them neatly together. So that'll be pile number 1. I'm gonna put this on top because it's too small to handle with the rest of the cards. So that is pile 1 with hills, right? And the green moss agate heart. How do I do this? I'll just keep it in the middle. That's what I'm gonna do. I guess that's the way it's meant to be presented. Pile number 2. With Kite. And the beautiful Amythyst Tortoise. There we go. Pile number 3. With rainbow. There we go. And the flower agate in the shape of a cloud. So, the 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I enjoy it immensely. Love you guys. Love your energies and your souls. Thank you for being part of this social... Thank you for being part of this soul family. So lucky to have found you guys. And let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the hills as well as the green moss agate heart. Let's see. Oh, let me adjust that first. So let's see how this fits into your reading today. And we're taking a look at what is about to change in your life forever. Very intrigued about this reading. Very interesting to me. Cannot wait to find out. Let's take a look at your oracle cards first. So you have engage, trust. You have wonders. You also have, wow, unexpected income. All right. Looking overall as a wondrous pile, because we have engaged trust, we have wonders happening here for you with the crystal. You know, this has an amethyst on it, a lot of purples as well. If you were drawn to pile number 2 as well, I would highly recommend it in this case for you to check it out. Okay, beautiful cards so far. I cannot wait to find out more about what is going on here. And let's see. Yeah, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the 7 of Swords. You have the 9 of Wands. This reminds me of something. It's so funny. Okay, 9 of Wands. Ooh, you have the Sun card. You have the 5 of Cups. The Star card. Wow, you have really amazing cards, pile number 1 so far. And to have the 5 of Cups surrounded by the Sun and the Star cards is just magnificent. Okay, first of all, we have the 7 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. And yeah, this is a story of, what is it called? This doll. I'll remember now as we take a look at your reading. The 10 of Cups. And, oh, this is the after tarot. So these scenes are after the regular Rider-Waite-Smith scenes, the moments after. We have the 4 of Swords. Probably someone who was from the outside on the window came in. And you have the 3 of Swords, and the swords have finally fallen and the healing process is going on. So you're overcoming something, that's for sure. And we do see with the butterfly that there is a lot of change, big changes happening in your life, specifically when it has to do with a certain obstacle that you're facing. And that's what we see with the 9 of Wands here. I see a very difficult situation in your life that was very scary and near impossible to overcome. You're now overcoming with confidence, and you're being assisted by the universe or spirit guides to do it. I'll let you know why exactly I said what I said. Because here in the 9 of Wands, you have the story of Vasilisa in Russian fairy tale stories, who was a beautiful girl. She was the daughter of a good merchant and a kind mother who died at an early age. But before she died, she gave her this doll that I was talking to you about. This is a magical doll. And so her mother told her to always feed her a little and give her some water and to keep her by her side. So long story short, she now has a stepmother and daughters who were very mean to her, especially the stepmother, because she felt that she was Vasilisa was very beautiful, and she always got what is it called, like prospect husbands or something. Yeah, prospects, right? Who always chose her over her daughters, so she got really jealous. And one time when her dad, the merchant, went on a long vacation, on a long trip, she took the girls out into the woods, into a scary home, and then she put out all the fire and pushed Vasilisa to go out and get some light. So Vasilisa comforted herself with her doll that her mother gave her, went into Baba Yaga's, Baba Yaga, the goddess Baba Yaga, who lives in a chicken-like house in the woods, very famous goddess. So she went to this house, and she met Baba Yaga. Long story short, she met Baba Yaga. And Baba Yaga, by the way, her Baba Yaga's house was, as you can see, surrounded by human skulls that were lit up. Anyways, which is important to the story, but I'll tell you later in a second. So Baba Yaga, she told Baba Yaga what she wanted, and Baba Yaga told her she can only have what she wants if she is able to accomplish some impossible tasks. Otherwise, she'd be killed. And these impossible tasks were separating poppy seeds from dirt, and separating moldy corn or rotten corn from regular corn in the same day. And so Vasilisa was really feeling down, because she nearly gave up, because that was really impossible to do. And so her doll that her mom once gave her told her, go to sleep, don't worry about it, because I'm going to take care of this whole thing for you. So Vasilisa sleeps, the doll takes care of it, she wakes up, everything's good. Baba Yaga comes, and she was flabbergasted with how the task was done. So angrily she asks Vasilisa, how did this get done? And so Vasilisa says, well, I was just blessed with an amazing mother. And so Baba Yaga goes, I don't want anything to do with blessed people. Go. She gave her light and she let her off. And amazingly, this light killed the stepmother and the stepdaughters and all the people at home who were really hurting her. And so you see Vasilisa's life changing dramatically in a split of a second. You see that she was in a very difficult situation that was almost impossible to overcome. And in a day, this whole situation changes. And not only does she overcome a difficult situation where she was about to get killed and her life was about to be over easily, and she didn't even have to do much about it, but she also was lucky enough. I don't want anyone to die or anything, but I'm just talking symbolically. She was able to overcome the difficulties and the unfairness that she had to live through with her stepmother and stepdaughters. So here we can clearly see with the Nine of Wands, you overcoming a challenge, overcoming a challenge forcefully with courage and with boldness. But I also see with the hills here, specifically as the card you were drawn to, we see that these are huge obstacles that you're perhaps going through at the moment. And it's very difficult because even if you overcome one hill, it looks kind of impossible, just like this story, where you have to get over to the next one and the next one. It's like, what are you going to overcome? How many things do you need to overcome to come out of a specific tricky situation that is really very hard on you? And so, I cannot remember this doll's name. Anyways, we can clearly see, sorry for cutting off, I just wanted to remember. We can clearly see that you are currently in a situation that looks like it's critical, that looks like you're barely going through it. It's very hard to get through it. It's painful. It's with the Seven of Swords as well as the story here, we can see that you may be surrounded by people who are dishonest, manipulative, are trying to take things from you unfairly. And the whole situation, the challenges involved, the people involved, maybe the lack of resources involved, are just making it more difficult and difficult by the day, where maybe you feel like it's just going to be over. But just like in Vasilisa's story, we can see that in a matter of seconds, you're going to be blessed with something, someone, a situation. Something is about to flip, and you're going to come out of this not just victorious, but you're going to kind of like shock what is scaring you. You know, like, let's say you have some debts to the bank and you get unexpected income, a lot of income, where now the banks are shocked. Your bank is shocked, where they were trying to make plans to make you pay for this, and they're shocked that your income has increased this much and you're just paying it off easily. That's just an example of the sort of energy where something is scaring you, and then it's flabbergasted by how powerful you have become. So we can clearly see that what is about to change in your life forever is a disappointing situation that brought a lot of heartache and challenges in your life, especially with people who were quite dishonest with you. They took away things that they shouldn't have taken. And these things involve shadow things like lies. They've taken your rights away by lying. They've taken things away from you, almost like theft, because it wasn't theirs. Yeah, they've put you in a very, very unfair situation, also along with other things in your life, and it was just claustrophobically, I feel, getting tighter and tighter. And with the Sun card here, do you see the disappointment that you felt during this time? My dear pile number one, it is surrounded by the Sun card and the Star card, which is the first thing we've noticed in your reading. And this is why you have engaged trust. Do trust that what is about to change in your life forever is leaving this disappointing situation, and the Sun is about to enter into your life, especially the Sun and the Star. The Star is your hopes coming true. Even if it was difficult, it's about to come true for you. You're no longer going to be facing this difficult situation. In fact, we see here totally different, the opposite energy, where you're healing your broken heart that was filled with disappointment, filled with pain of perhaps coming from the closest people, just like this, just like Vasilisa's family. And so you're overcoming a lot of obstacles at this time of your life, especially the heartache. You're getting into a phase where you're finally resting, is no longer dramatic and full of events and people having the right to overstep you or step on your toes. And you're really resting from all of this drama, I feel, and from the difficulties that you had to go through, where you at some point felt that it's just, you may have been saying it like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, what do I do with a situation like this? How am I supposed to overcome this? And so we're clearly seeing that you're being rescued here. You're overcoming this situation. And on top of that, what is about to change is clearly your income situation. We see that you're going to be very lucky in terms of the income coming in for you, because it is in conjunction with the Ten of Cups. We see a lot of happiness, and we see a lot of blessings on the table. We see you dining or maybe having a tea party with people that you love, which means that you're surrounded by people that you love. They may not be people that you would expect would be in your life, or you would expect would be the good ones maybe, or you would expect you would befriend. It's a unique situation here, but these are going to be people that you will absolutely love. Maybe they come from another country, maybe they come from another culture, maybe you have different ideologies from these people. You're going to be surrounded by people who you weren't expecting to get along with, but you're like, hey, we're getting along. I love these people. What is the note here? What? In this... Oh. I can't read it. It's on the Mad Hatter's hat. I googled this. This is so interesting. I didn't know about this. So this hat has a note on it saying, in this style, 10/6, which means that the Mad Hatter has an order to do a hat in this style, and it's going to cost 10 shillings and 6 pence. And it's really interesting because I've just read that it's become so popular, this note, that they celebrate the Mad Hatter on this date, October the 6th. So I'm like learning a lot of things as I'm watching this pile, which shows me a couple of things for you. So obviously, me noticing this note for the first time, I've seen this card over and over. They expect something in October for you, my dear pile number 1. Something very significant. It does not mean that all of this is going to change in October. Not at all. In fact, Alice is already sitting in this table feeling very blessed. So along with all of the blessings that are coming, expect something amazing to happen for you in October 2023. This is, of course, a timeless reading, so whenever the next October is. Another thing is that I'm seeing here, since we're seeing income and they're both in conjunction to each other along with wonders, I'm seeing that you're about to be very blessed in the area of income. My dear pile number 1, it's going to be a great security for you. It's going to pour into your life like wonders. But like I said, something with regards to finance is shifting and changing. There's maybe a big order for you, or maybe you are going to be hired or given a bigger position. I'm not sure. It has to do with how you're going to get finances in the next October. All in all, my dear pile number 1, you're healing. You are about to enter. You're about to have your life changed. You're about to leave a difficult situation, a very difficult situation is very much highlighted in your reading. You're about to leave people you don't like or are unfair to you. You're about to leave a situation that almost looked impossible to get out. It had so many layers to how difficult it was, almost making you feel like you may give up. But your cards are saying engage and trust. It's going to end. You are now leaving all this behind. You're healing. The swords have dropped. You're about to enter a phase where you're resting, or you're about to enter a life or experience a life. I keep saying entering, but I need to find better expressions. You're about to experience rest in your life, and your desires with the star card are about to come true for you. But the wonderful thing about your reading is that you are going to be rescued with some miracle where you will know that it was done on purpose to protect you, to take you out of it, and to shift your situation. You're really going to be feeling this. And the reason I say that is because Vasilisa says, it's because I'm blessed to have a great mother. So maybe you're blessed to have great spirit guides. Maybe you are loved by the universe, by God. As I can see, you will feel very blessed. You're going to be protected, taken care of, and move from a situation that was maybe toxic, burned, to where you feel blessed. But this time, you're surrounded by people who you did not think were going to be your friends or were going to be your family, but you're really loving and enjoying your time with them. You know how the tea party in Alice in Wonderland continues to be at 6 o'clock and doesn't stop? It's always 6 o'clock. So it's like, it's never ending. And this reading is specifically for you because the title is, what is about to change in your life forever? So seeing this infinity of 6 o'clock means you're going to be in this blessed situation forever. It's not like a cycle of up and down. You're entering or being blessed to be in this new life forever. It's never going to change for you. And that is what is about to change in your life, my dear pile number 1. I loved and enjoyed your pile. I wish you the best. Trust, like your reading is saying, engage in trust. Do know that you're going to overcome this very soon. This was your reading, my dear pile number 1. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 1. This book can really help you out in setting goals the next year and achieving them. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 1, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sending you a hug. Do know that it's going to be over. You will see. That's what your cards are showing. And my dear pile number 1, always be blessed. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hey pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Kite with Vacation as well as this beautiful Amythyst Tortoise. And we're taking a look in your reading today we're taking a look at what is about to change in your life for good. And to do this reading, we are going to first take a look at your oracle cards. So, you have courage. And you know what hit me right off the bat? You won't believe this, but I was just taking a look at a documentary about Atlantis, or a couple of scientists or researchers. And one of the things they said about Atlantis is that it's really interesting. It had a lot of elephants. There were a lot of elephants at Atlantis. Plato, this is one of the things that Plato described Atlantis with. So it's really interesting that I saw this research or this documentary or video information, and then the elephant comes up. It's probably very significant in your reading. So let's keep it right there. You also have release. Wow, talk about something changing for good here. Okay, you also have wealthy man. Whoa, pile number 2. This is so good already. All right. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. You have the Knight of Cups. You have the King of Swords. All right. You have another King of Pentacles. So many court cards in your reading. All right, so you have the King of Pentacles. You have a lot of, do you see a lot of knights here? You have the knight, a lot of court cards again. You have the Knight of Pentacles, Cups, Swords, and Pentacles. You have the Hermit. So interesting. You have the Sun. You have the Eight of Cups. It's interesting. Your reading is starting to have so many of the same synchronicities. It's uncanny at this point. And you have, ending your reading is the Nine of Pentacles, which really shows independence. Look, the first thing that I'm noticing in your reading that is about to change for good has to do with your connections with some people. I feel like, so the elephant coming up, you know how we say the lost Atlantis, which shows something used to be there, but it's not there anymore. Again, vacation gives us the same idea. Vacation is visiting a certain place and then leaving. We have release. So I'm getting this idea, even your Eight of Cups here. This is the after tarot, by the way. This is moments after the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. So this figure has left, which we all know about in the Eight of Cups. And it seems like they left this person who found out about it. So the first clear thing, because I see a lot of things in your reading, so the first clear thing that is about to change in your life for good, I see that you are releasing people that have now become temporary people and not people who are staying in your life for good. These are people that you're choosing to leave out. I see with the Hermit here, you're choosing the path to be on your own. These could have been people that caused a lot of pain, because this Hermit is crying. You've realized that you are much better off without these certain people. And on the other hand, on the contrary, I do see that you're choosing to stay around people who match your soul, who are there for you, holding your hands, and making your life more positive rather than negative. These people, it seems like they're going to be very disappointed, very hurt, perhaps even in shock to see you go, my dear pile number 2. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, it seems like this has been, even with the Turtoise coming up twice here, this is a merge between two animals. We'll talk about it in a second, but a hybrid. At the end of the day, I see two tortoise shells, meaning you don't take decisions like that abruptly. You're someone who obviously takes their time, just like the King of Pentacles here, to make decisions. I see a lot of grounded energy in you with the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the elephant and the Have Courage card. So the tree, a lot of grounded energy to you, that's for sure. And so it is quite shocking to these people. I think they never expected that you would ever leave. It will come as a great surprise to them. I see a lot of rain, a lot of crying. These people were bringing sadness to your life. And I see here with the Nine of Pentacles that you are becoming very independent, very self-reliant, very happy on your own, very resourceful on your own, and you will have very positive people who care about you in your life by your side. So that's very clear in your reading. The second thing that I'm seeing that is changing for good in your reading, it's very obvious here. I see, with the fall here in this card, it's like the leaves are falling. I see a lot of wealth falling into your life. In fact, you do have the King of Pentacles here, along with the Sun card, along with the nine of Pentacles, all showing positivity, but especially in the area of for your finances. So what is about to change in your life for good in this pile, it's very clear, is that you're going to be very independent when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your money issues. It looks like you're also leaving difficult times where you look at your cup or look at your bank account, look at your pocket, and feel like there isn't enough. This time is totally changing in your life, and we can see the growth slow but steady with the Knight of Pentacles, and you're going to turn out to be very wealthy, albeit step by step. So you're building that wealth, but starting from this moment or moving forward in your life, you're moving from maybe difficulty into a time of jumping off. If you look at the trajectory of your life moving forward, it's going up, upwards with your finances. You're going to be very wealthy, wealthy man. You're going to be very wealthy, very happy with your life, especially, like we said, in this area. The other thing that I'm seeing that is changing in your life for good. This is an amazing pile. I'm so happy you clicked on this pile, my dear pile number 2. Again, it goes with the idea of vacation. You're finally also ending, because of the swords. It could be a mental turbulence, sadness with the rain. So I see you with the King of Swords. Kings are balanced, and that's the King of Swords. We see you being balanced mentally. Again, all of these things, especially in your pile, I do see the element of things happening bit by bit. Steady, a bit slow, but steady. Slow doesn't mean like years. It could be 3 months. It could be 6 months. I'm not sure. Maybe we can check together. But really, at the end of the day, I see with the tortoise here, with the Knight of Pentacles, everything is moving to the positive, upwards in your life, changing, moving away from the old times where you used to, it seems, have difficulties in these 3 areas, and you're slowly making great progress and changing dramatically in these 3 areas, especially mentally here as well, because you do have the Hermit. So I see that you're moving into times, and another hybrid animal. This is an eagle and a lion. Isn't that interesting? That's saying something. I'll get to that in 1 second. But at the end of the day, I do see that you're becoming stronger, especially mentally. I see you're becoming more aware because of the Hermit. It's like you went on a long journey, just like the Hermit, of introspection, learning more about yourself, understanding life, understanding how to get stronger. With the lighthouse here, you're more illuminated, getting into more illuminated times where you understand so much about the difficulties in your life. Maybe how to create wealth. Maybe it's about learning how to manifest. Maybe it's about learning how to become stronger mentally. Maybe you've read some things. Maybe you're getting into the vibration of gratitude. Maybe you are being illuminated with Sun card here. Yes, you're getting a lot of information that is I got it. That is definitely helping you become very strong. I get the hybrid between the animals here. I think what you're doing here, pile number 2, is that you're taking the best out of every world. You know, maybe the eagle could be the spiritual world. Maybe the lion could be the scientific world, you know. And then you have your own experience. I think you're so much focused on how to get better that you're so open. You have an open mind towards what it is that is going to give it to you for you to move on this path. So definitely this pile is not just grounded, but is also very much Knight of Pentacles, very much focused on self-growth. That's why you have the mental state. And you can only have a pile like that for people who are very focused on growth, because you can see in different areas, the finances, the people, your mental state. it's just so many things actually are changing in this pile, and it can only come from someone who is very focused on growth, someone who wants their lives to get better. So yeah, you're releasing so many things at this stage of your life, and the hybrid here shows me that you're going to be very open-minded in terms of where you get this information from. Just like you are like sponges, any type of information that you feel is going to help you, that works, you're taking in. You're trying it for yourself, and you're progressing. You have a lot of progress in this pile for sure. So with the 8, that's why you have the 8 of Cups. We can clearly see that you're now moving out and into these changes that we're discussing in this reading. And these, especially these 3 areas, are going to be the prominent areas in your life where you're going to see great changes. 3, yes, where you're going to see great changes. Your finances, your mental state, and how you're letting go, releasing some people around you. I see with Half Courage, maybe there are some people that you would love to leave, but maybe you're a little worried. I do see in this case your cards are are advising you to have the courage to leave, even if it's done slowly with the elephant energy here. The King of Pentacles, the Tortoise. Yeah, take it slow, but leave, my dear pile number 2, the people who are causing any mental disturbances in your life. Release them is the advice. There may be a surprise change in your environment, a surprise change in location, specifically in this pile. Why am I saying that? Because here, do you see these 2 guys here? If you look closely, it's like they're standing on an arch, and there is another world down there. And so this tells me that in the same place, we can see 2 worlds, one down there and one up there, even though they're in the same place. So I do see in your card that you'll be very surprised with how your world changes. You might even be changing location. I feel like your environment very soon is going to be very different, drastically different than what it is now. And I do want to explore this for you because I'm intuitively feeling it, I'm seeing it. So let's get more information about that in specific. So, okay, thanks a lot. How is your environment changing? What are the details here? Let's get another oracle card as well to help us out with this question. Okay, so you have the Hermit again, all right? Obviously, you're going on this journey on your own, but you will have companions. That's very clear. You're gonna go on your own, and it seems like by on your own, it's away from people who you're releasing, but you're not alone either, because it does show me that you're gonna have loyal people around you. And I do see that you will always be guided by the spiritual world. I see the snake showing the idea of rebirth, but also because the snake changes skin, of course, but also, do you know how the sticks change to snakes? So this again signifies, with the stick changing into snakes, that magical process, that again, your own world, just you, is gonna change magnificently, magically, almost magically, to you and maybe to the people who used to be around you. It's gonna be very surprising. Your world is changing. Wow, you have the Four of Wands. I do see that you will be, of course, with the Four of Wands, enjoying it magnificently. You really love what's coming for you. Again, I'm not getting... Maybe a lot of you are moving, because we do see a card here. So some of you are moving, and this is a card of celebration. So you're really happy with this move. Yeah, some of you are moving. Some of you are moving. 11, of course, with the Four of Wands, we always see the 11 being divinely guided, which is what we saw here with the Hermit card. And you have the nine of Swords. This is happening right about the same time where you start facing the things that you're worried about, the people that you don't like. I think once you release these people, once you release these people, you'll find that your whole world is changing. Maybe they were the reason that caused anxiousness with the Knight of Swords, that lowered your vibration, and not, which didn't maybe help you move as quick as you wanted to. What is that? Official person. So maybe the movement for a lot of you has to do with your job. Let me think. You know, this official person has a lot of medals, of course. So again, I'm very inclined to think that it's in the area of your work. Maybe your achievements are somehow helping you one way or the other. It could literally be someone in a strong position being there for you. It could really be that. Or it could be someone in a strong position helping you by the hand to put you in a strong position. So although you're going alone without these people, you have others that are very loyal to you, that want to help you out, are in a good position, that will take you out of this situation, help you fight it, or you have to fight it on your own, but they're there for you, helping you with their power to shift from one world to the other. So like I said, a lot of you, this could be a movement. Could be a movement from one place to another. It could be a movement of position at work. This could be talking about a manager or someone in a high position giving you a better position. It could be, what else? This could be another situation as well. Believe it or not, this could be with the 2 twos here. It could be a new lover coming in, especially with the holding hands here. That's for some of you. You know why? Because the red military attire reminds me of when Harry, the whole situation where Prince Harry, during the funeral, where their family didn't want them to wear it, and I don't even remember if he got to wear it or not. But regardless, love him or hate him, he is I don't want to say a family man, but someone who loves their wife, someone who loves their small family. So this is indicating also another probability could be you meeting someone who is wealthy, who loves you very much, and who's going to be there by your side from the heart. Yeah. So that's another scenario that we could be seeing. Let me take another look and give you all the probabilities that I'm seeing in your cards. Last thing that I'm seeing, they are wearing the same clothes. So this could be a soulmate like we discussed, or it could be a family member. You could have a family member who is wealthy, in a strong position, who may surprise you, because the Hermit here shows me that you think you're alone, might even be sad about the situation, but you will find out that you will be accompanied by someone who's very loyal, very faithful, with a beautiful heart, who will help you transform your situation, take you by the hand, take you out of something that was difficult, maybe claustrophobic, maybe was unfair, out into the light. And they will be very happy to be there for you. This could be a total surprise for you. So these are the things that I'm seeing. Regardless of the different scenarios, you are definitely, my dear pile number 2, shifting environment. Almost, it seems to me like you're almost moving from one place to the other, although I see it in the same environment. So this could be changing position within the same company. This could be changing maybe homes within the same country or maybe the same city, something of the sort. But with that shift and that move within the Sun card, everything is changing to the positive with that. I see increase in wealth for you, where that's changing for good. It's increasing exponentially. But with momentum, I see that. You're releasing some people who are no longer going to be in your life. They weren't good people, it seems, but you're balancing your mental state. You're growing into a healthier person. You're becoming more illuminated. You're learning by the day. And as I can see, the last card ending your reading is after all the hard work. You do see the glove on the ground. You're reaping the benefits and the results of the amazing things in your life, especially financially. You feel independent, you feel happy, you feel like you have created your own life. Pile number 2, this was really an amazing reading. I wish you all the best of luck on your journey. These things are changing for good for you. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 1. This book could really help you out in the next year to not just set your goals, but to achieve them for good. Achieve the dreams and the things that you want right away, or work on them and see the results of these manifestations or these dreams that you've always wanted. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 2, it was such a pleasure, a real pleasure doing this reading for you. Wishing you the best of luck with the amazing things coming into your life. Hold on, your life is about to change in such a beautiful way. You're going to love it. And that was your reading, my dear pile number 2. I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the cloud. Oh, hold on. There we go. You have chosen the flower agate in the shape of a cloud, as well as rainbow, with the most difficult part of a situation is over. Very interesting. We're taking a look at what is about to change in your life for good. And let's take a look at your oracle cards first. I see this one has already showed itself. I feel like it probably is very important. So yeah, let's see what we have for your pile. You have pause for reflection. Very interesting. All right. You have pause for reflection. Illumination. Okay. And you have community. Interesting cards, really. All right, let's now take a look at your tarot cards and get a full picture of what exactly is about to change in your life for good. So you have the 5 of Wands. You have the Queen of Swords, right? You have the Strength card, the 2 of Cups, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, looking really good, pile number 3. You also have the 6 of Wands, you have, this is the after tarot, so these two are moments after the regular Rider-Waite-Smith depictions. So that's the Two of Swords. Interesting. Very interesting Two of Swords. And you have the Six of Cups. Oh my. So we can already see you putting an end to a great challenge. There is an end to one big challenge in your life. That's good to hear. Now let's explore the rest of your cards to find out what this challenge is referring to exactly in your life. Again, with the Six of Wands, you are being victorious. You're winning over something, or I would say someone or some people. You are seeing through something clearly that used to be of a threat to you and that used to put a lot of challenge on you. Oh my God, look at this, pile number 3. So we have illumination and pause for reflection, which that's why this card was so significant in your reading. You're being illuminating, you're realizing something in a much different way. The clouds are clearing and you're now, and with the rainbow, you now have absolutely hope. So seeing something with absolute clarity will forever not make you see something that you used to see as a threat become a threat any longer in your life. Because we just noticed here with the Six of Wands and the community. Before we get to the community, you know, this is Alice in Wonderland with the pack of cards. This is when Alice in Wonderland was at the court of the King and the Queen of Hearts. And usually the Queen of Hearts was really harsh. She was scary. She would always, go off with her head. So she was such a threat before to Alice. And then there was this moment at this court where Alice realized that, hey, this is a pack of cards. This is the moment where she got clarity and therefore triumph, where she realizes that there's actually no threat. So we can clearly see that you're becoming victorious or strong and winning in an area of your life where you maybe used to, I'm very inclined to say, used to battle with others, because you have community here. You have a bunch of people arguing and fighting with the Five of Wands. Even the Two of Swords, we see two characters fighting, whereas usually it's the Two of Swords alone in this a specific card. So I'm very inclined to think that your threat had to do with others, someone in specific in your life, or a group of people, or a type of people, maybe a group of friends, a group of colleagues, maybe even a group of family members, a group of neighbors, or a type of people in general that you used to be intimidated by, and it somehow hindered you very much and challenged you very much in your life. This is about to change forever, because and the amazing thing is that the way it's changing, that's why this card was highlighted. The clouds are clearing. You're seeing things in a much clearer way, and you are realizing, you're not gaining techniques on how to deal with these people. You're not building stronger muscles, although, realizing what something is half the cure. If sometimes is the cure itself, especially when it comes to the mind. You're not getting help from someone else. You're simply realizing that they are powerless. You're realizing that they are powerless. You're realizing that they're not a threat. And I do see you very soon going, why was I wasting my energy and time and putting them in such a pedestal when really they're nothing to be afraid of? And this moment is going to be a key turning point to how you deal with people, perhaps relationships, any types of relationships or connections in your life, because of the Two of Cups. And with the Two of Cups in conjunction with the 10 of Pentacles, I see you exceeding. I see excess of success. I see you exceeding in this area of your life where it used to be a problem and a challenge, perhaps even stopping you from doing so many things that you wanted to do in your life. And now now it's your game. Now you're having a lot of fun, succeeding exponentially, and that's why you have strength. Nothing is standing in your way at all. Now that you've realized this fact. This is very significant here, pile number 3. Perhaps with the Two of Cups and also the Six of Cups, you're going back to connecting in a way that means so much to you. So this perhaps could be talking about you wishing to connect with some sort of people, maybe you yearning rather, for having a beautiful bond with someone or some people, maybe even a romantic connection, maybe building connections that will stand the test of time. Yeah, there's something about community and connections for sure. And I do see that from this moment forward, nothing will be able to stand in your way. You found your strength. And, we say that the whale is the biggest fish in the sea, right? It's like nothing. And another rainbow here, by the way. From this moment of where you find your strength, from that moment, nothing, no fish, nothing can stand in your way. You're like big, respected. You're a force to be reckoned with. Maybe no one, because I see a lot of people fighting here, no one will be able to think they can attack you maybe, or think they can bicker with you, compete, I don't know. Like all the swords also could be a communication, nasty communication, head-to-head communication. You're no longer in this weak, maybe submissive position that does not belong to you, because you, with the whale here, you seem like a very strong person who was hindered by a wrong idea of some sort. Let's explore what this wrong idea is. Hold on, let me get your tarot cards. So again, this is the after tarot. We're going to be seeing just as we did here, moments after the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. Oh, thanks. So, what was the wrong idea? What is it called? Misbelief? No. It's called hindering belief. What is it called? How can I forget a word like that? My God, limiting beliefs. Yes, what was the limiting belief? It certainly was limiting with all of this power coming out. Finally merging, finally being free, releasing your power. Once you cut this idea out. So what is this idea? The Tower card, it obviously is a trigger, like an unconscious idea that causes instant trigger, where you weren't able to realize you had this limiting belief before, because the trigger was so quick. Okay, with all of these cards coming up in reversal, I see like things are changing. The situation is reversing. I see it was affecting your power, yes, for sure. And stability. We'll get there. Unbelievable. So you have temperance. It was affecting your balance. Unbelievable. Okay. We'll get to it. We'll find out in a second. And you have the Knight of Swords. It allowed others, that's it. It allowed others to put you off guard and attack, whereas they would never be able to without this trigger. Let me take a closer look at the cards, these 4 cards, and find out what this misconception was. Now we have a general idea of what it does. What is the misconception here? Oh, I see. The limiting belief. That's why we have these cards that explained what we just saw. Because the limiting belief has to do with you being maybe afraid or worried, threatened, just like Alice in Wonderland in the court here, by others' attack. And so you got triggered even before they got attacked. Before they attacked you, allowing them to attack a strong person like you. Although if you had simply stood your ground and your balance internally by not allowing this trigger to happen, by not allowing the idea that maybe others are a threat, that they can do something to you, by eliminating the idea that they can do something to you, will not allow them to ever come near you again. So it's the idea that they have the power when they really don't. In fact, they have the power because they perhaps feel like they have the power over you because maybe you showed it to them through worry. And so it's not about them. It's not about focus on them. It's about an internal focus, as within, as without. An internal focus of realizing no one has the power ever to trigger me. And it's in my hands. If I decide I will not get triggered, then I will not get triggered. And this is an idea that that I have personally learned. The idea of being able to control one's mind is an idea that I've learned from a book called Cleaning Up Your Mental Mess by Dr. Caroline Leaf. And she has been doing studies with other neuroscientists for 20 years. And by the studies and the research they've done, one of the things that she talks about in the book and in being able to heal yourself by yourself is that you do have full control of how you train your mind. And one of the concepts was taking it into your own hands and retraining your brain not to get triggered. Not to get triggered. To be aware, to realize it. It's okay to feel it, but then from then on, it's with you. It's in your hands not to allow it to happen. And as you train your mind this way, no one will be able to trigger you because you have realized that it is within your hands. I do recommend this book. I always link it down in the description box. I get nothing out of this from, what I want to say is it is a link, of course, but I forgot what it's called. But Dr. Caroline Leaf does not know, probably doesn't even know I exist. I just believe in her book very much. I always recommend it. And it's called, if you don't want to use the link below, it's called Cleaning Up Your Mental Mess. All right, so yeah, that's what I'm seeing here of internal handling internal the trigger. And it's you realize it was never about the power of people from the outside. It was simply about handling the inside. And that's what the Temperance card really actually is about, as within, as without. It's about balance, finding the balance, finding your ground. And with that, you have the Emperor showing that you yourself will be in touch with your internal strength, you will be stable, and you'll be surprised to see that no one can come near you when you're exuding that sort of power. No one would have power unless you give it to them. And if you don't, they cannot be of a threat to you. My dear pile number 3. And so I do see that this part of your life where there used to be challenges with others is being eliminated from your life. You're cutting that idea off with the Queen of Swords, and you're no longer going to feel maybe passive in the background as you're worried about what others may say, think, do any longer. You're realizing you are in the strong position. You're realizing that you're sitting and standing there powerfully. No one can come near you. And because that threat is out of your mind, out of your system, you're going back to connecting with your inner child, where you are now free, liberated from the prison of not being maybe able to connect with others and to create the connections that you would so love and enjoy. My dear pile number 3. What a deep reading. Very, very interesting. I'm so happy that you're moving out of the stage from your life. Congratulations, my dear pile number 3. This must be a huge growth, a huge grand step of illumination in your spiritual journey. Good for you. You're probably, with the 6 of Cups here, healing maybe an inner child wound or an inner child challenge forever. See, because we see a child here holding a loop, and I feel like you were kind of like stuck in this mental loop perhaps for a very, very, very long time. And now you are moving out of this stage of your life. This chapter has ended, and now you're strong. You're going out. You're going out. Yes, I see running towards people. You're going out, putting yourself out there, and creating beautiful bonds with other people. This is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 3, on what is about to change in your life for good. So happy for you, my dear pile number 3. Such a great step of growth. So proud. This was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 3. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it, but it really can help you set goals and achieve them for the next year. Finally achieve all of the things that you want to do, that you want to set out to do. This book has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away. Oh wow, enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find this ebook a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 3, this reading was so enjoyable. It was such a pleasure to deliver this amazing news to you. I wish you the best of luck and amazing connections for the rest of your life. Say goodbye to this and welcome to your next chapter of your life. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.